If you grow okra, a lob. You know this was not gonna happen on the first attempt. If you grow okra, guaranteed you have extra. Get it the first time, every time. I wanna show you how you can turn this into okra water. Now, okra can be eaten when it's young and tender right off the vine, but after it gets a little older, it tends to get pretty fibrous. So this is where okra water comes into play. It's how you can use it up and get some benefits from the okra without necessarily needing to eat it. So to make okra water, you're gonna start off by cleaning your okra. Just give it a good rinse. Make sure there's no dirt or anything on your okra. Ooh, this was a young, tender one. We're gonna set that aside. That's a good one. The smaller pieces of okra are gonna be more tender. You'll know right away when you cut into the okra. When it's fibrous, you're gonna reserve that for your okra water. But the young, tender okra, you can use in so many recipes. And if it goes way too far, that's when you can save it for seeds. So okra's pretty versatile. You might be able to find okra in some specialty grocery stores now, and especially at the farmer's market. Look at that, like late summer, early fall. And you can actually grow it too. If you get some okra, let a few dry out. You can find a lot of great resources online to know the perfect planting season, planting conditions. You can take all the guesswork out of planting and growing your own okra. Okra can grow really well even in hot summers, so it's gonna be pretty forgiving, and it's very abundant. If you grow a little bit of okra, you're gonna get a lot of okra at the end. Okra is becoming a very trendy health supplement DIY beverage, so I figured let's give it a go. Let's give it a try. Let's give okra its moment. You know, kale had its time, beets had its time. We are in the time of the okra. Appreciate this. But I cook with frozen okra a lot. I actually haven't used fresh okra very often, but frozen okra is really easy to get, and you can do the same things. You can cook, pickle with it, just defrost it. You can do a whole bunch of recipes with okra. I make a lot of Cajun recipes, of course, that call for okra. You know, things like gumbo, or I like fried okra. Super versatile and really kind of an under the radar vegetable. So try it out. So just a rough chop on those. The controversial thing about okra, why some people don't like it, is it can have like a slimy consistency, but that's actually what we're after in this okra water recipe. This couldn't be any easier. Clean your okra, chop it up, and add it to any kind of container, bowl, whatever's easy for you. So this is what okra looks like in there. It has a bunch of tiny white seeds when it's fresh. As it matures, it'll dry out, become super woody, super fibrous, and those seeds turn black. And that's how you can save them, and then eventually plant these later. Next part is easy. You'll just wanna fill your container up with some good, clean, filtered water. The ratios aren't exact here. Just do a couple bunches of that okra, fill it up with some good, clean water, and refrigerate it overnight. Oh my goodness. Voila! Okra water, just like that. Now you'll be able to tell that the okra kind of makes a jelly-like consistency. Okra on its own, even in different recipes, doesn't really have a strong flavor. I would equate it, once it's cooked, to like, you know, zucchini, a green bean. It's just like a very clean, non-offensive green vegetable. It just has texture more than flavor. So don't be afraid of okra if you've never tried it before. It's really good, and it's more about how you prepare it, the seasonings you add to it. It's just a good, healthy vegetable. But this is what we're looking at, a very kind of jelly-like, thick consistency. The compounds in that okra get released, and this is kind of what people think is the thing that you like or dislike about okra. When you have it cooked, a lot of times in the preparation, it'll kind of have a little slimy texture. I love it. I think it's great, and it really isn't that bad. When I say slimy, that's probably the wrong word to use. It just has a creaminess, maybe, a viscosity to it. I like to make it in one container and then pour it into another container. We're just gonna strain the liquid slowly, but look at how thick that liquid is. This is why people like this, for its health benefits, its nutrition, its minerals. And hey, why not? Use up that okra. If you find some at the farmer's market, if you have a friend with a garden who's growing some, that's actually where all this came from. And I was like, sure, why not? Let me try some okra water and then share it with everybody. All right, I'm gonna add that back in. So I like to strain this into another container because we can do a double brew, a double extraction, if you will. So I'm gonna refill this up with more water, let this sit overnight again and get more out of it. You'll know it's pretty much done when that liquid just isn't as thick anymore, if it's just water. So maybe try it another once, maybe 2 times if you have a lot of okra, but twice is probably good. Okay, batch 2 going in. I've got another batch in there. We're just brewing okra up. Cold brew okra. Now I wanna just taste this on its own, very thick. Oh my goodness, it just is like thick water. Some people think it's gooey, but it's not. So let me show you how you can drink and enjoy this now that you've made your okra water. Very low effort, just a little bit of chopping and a little bit of waiting for the refrigerator. But I'm gonna fill this up with ice. Now the minerals and vitamins are suspended in this fluid, so if you don't like the texture, you can actually just dilute this and make more of like a tea lemonade infusion. So I'm gonna add some of my okra water. I made some honey syrup earlier. I love honey as a sweetener. If I'm doing kind of more of a health forward drink, maybe choose honey, or maybe you can do a little bit of maple syrup instead of like sugar. Or since this tastes good on its own, you may not even need a sweetener. So this is just a little bit of honey and water diluted together. I microwave it for about 45 seconds to help it melt, and then mix it up, and then you have a honey syrup. You can save this in a container and use it as a sweetener. You can also add in some mint. Always wake up your mint by slapping it. Learned that from a bartender one time. That goes in there. And another flavor enhancer you can add is lemon. Just squeeze a lemon in there, put a lemon slice in there, and you're good to go. I'm gonna fill this up with water. You can have the mint and infuse it directly in your container with some lemon and some honey, so you can just make a pitcher of your drink already ready to go. I like to keep it separate. It's kind of like a okrahito. My other joke was, what does Cardi B call okra? Okra! Did that work? Did that land? If you've ever had aloe vera in smoothies or juices, that's what it's like. I really enjoy it. It's very light and refreshing. The okra has no flavor. Like, it really is just kind of earthy, if anything, which in a health drink, you know, good. You can mix this in your morning smoothies, so you can really add this to many different beverages. You don't have to drink this alone, and you don't have to drink it like a tea. It's great, it's delicious. This is like really right up my alley, because I don't like any drinks that are like super sweet or sugary. What else can you do with this liquid? Because this is, I'm enjoying this. Some okra water with bone broth. I think that'd be mega punch of vitamins and minerals. Get that gut health right in check. Boom, 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 boom. But I feel like this would be something that's good in combination with maybe some turmeric or some ginger or some apple cider vinegar, just to give it some tang and extra flavor. So you can definitely play around with the recipes, play around with the added flavors, and get as many health benefits as you can out of a bunch of natural ingredients. Easy, natural supplement, good old okra water. Now I'm gonna be drinking a lot of it because I have 2 batches in the refrigerator and all of this to get through. Good to know a gardener, isn't it?